This episode of Let Your Voice Soar is brought to you by Superior Vocal Health, your complete vocal health maintenance kit, organic, herbal, and all natural to take care of your voice.
Hello everyone and welcome to the 24th episode of Let Your Voice Soar. My name is Alani Stanfill. I'm your vocal coach here at Voice Soaring Studios. Today we're going to be talking about the male Passaggio and working on exercises for the male Passaggio. As my guest and demonstrator for the exercises, I'm honored to have David Aaron Katz, who is the co-founder, along with Jan Allen Schwartz, of Superior Vocal Health Products for the Voice. Ladies and gentlemen, David Aaron Katz. David, welcome to Voice Soaring Studios. Can you tell us a little about your journey as a singer and how you found your amazing voice? I'm so excited that everyone's going to get to hear you sing today.
Well, thank you, Jeff. That's very nice of you, coming from you. Singing journey, well, what has it been? 30 years, maybe plus. Mm-hmm. A lot of study, New York, singing in Europe, singing across the U.S., but primarily classical, but lately of the last probably 10 years been doing more Broadway, trying to get the voice into a different spot, but never trying, losing the ground, the foundation of what I had. Right. And I'm really excited though today because the Passaggio, as you know, for us tenors, is the most challenging spot in the whole voice, and it's terror going in and terror going out.
Sure is. Sure is, especially as you're crossing over. I mean, that's always been a big challenge for me because I crossed over from classical to pop and rock a long time ago. But like you, I maintained that classical foundation. That's been really helpful to get that going. So why don't we go ahead and get started?
Let's jump
in. Let's start on some exercises that will help you. So I always like to do things that get the breath going. We can use a combination of either lip trills, tongue lip trills, or rolled R's. Why don't we start on an arpeggio, a broken arpeggio like this. Right. Can you do the tongue lip trill?
Give it a shot.
Yeah, good. Great. Do you use that very much?
I actually do quite often with my own students as well.
Great.
It's a great exercise.
Yeah, it's good. Why do you find it helpful?
I find it helpful for two reasons. One, especially if it's early morning, we're doing this kind of earlier than noon, which is usually an optimal time to sing afternoon. Especially for tenors, we like it high up there. But for getting the larynx to stabilize, it's a nice, you can feel in here, the throat just kind of pops open, it stays even, and then also it builds up in the front without a pressure that I want. I don't want to start pressurized before I go into my higher range. So it's a great exercise. I love it.
And for me, the main thing is that it releases the root of the tongue.
Yeah.
So if I can feel that release there at the root of the tongue, then I'm good to go right from the start. Yep. And you can already hear that big tenor ring that you have in your voice.
Thank you. Forgot to mention something else I love about it is for the breath. Because if your breath isn't moving, this one ain't going to work.
Exactly.
So you know that you're connected if you got this rolling nicely.
Now, as David and I are both what we call mature tenors, it's very important for tenors of all ages to make sure that the vocal cords are nice and thinned out. I've talked a lot in previous episodes about getting the cords to lean out and getting them nice and lean and thin, because the more lean they are and the more thin they are on the top, then they can really produce those high pitches. So I use a lot of falsetto at the beginning to get the voice to really lean out. So why don't we use that famous Rossini scale. Nice. The thing I love about the Rossini scale is it feels like you're going over a hill rather than going up a steep cliff and down. So if you can imagine that as you're going over that scale, that you really feel that ooh. I know, you know, as a teacher, one of the things we're always trying to get our students to do is find that legato feeling.
Yep.
So the more you can feel that each note is just connected, okay? Nice. Great. David, could you get your jaw to stabilize just a little bit? So why don't you put one finger here and go,
Will do.
okay? Does that help?
Sure.
Great. Excellent. One thing I really love about this exercise is it incorporates the laryngeal tilt. I don't know if that's something that you actually talk about, but I know that that's something that you have in your voice, is that tilting
down.
feeling. So as we're going across, if we can really feel that, then you really get that nice lean feeling on the top. Here we go. Nice. Excellent. One more. Falsetto is really important, you know.
Exactly, that slight tightness that I was talking about from this morning.
Right.
Always in that head voice.
Exactly. So why don't you do this? Let's put the tongue lip trill first,
Okay.
and then go into it like this. So we'll go. Right, can you do it and not stop the sound?
Gotcha.
So you want to keep continuous sound. Right, let's take it down. A couple of voice teachers and I were talking recently about the great benefit of falsetto is that it actually stretches the vocalis muscle inside the vocal fold. And you know, as we mature, or if we're doing a lot of really heavy belting up there, that vocal cord is going to get shorter. So the more we can stretch it out in the falsetto, then when you do your full voice, it's going to be a lot easier to get up there. I know you're having trouble getting up there in your upper register. Exactly. So next exercise, we're going to use a combination of E and O, but we're going to start it on a little tiny opening like this. So what that does is that brings in the straw effect. I've been teaching the straw a lot recently.
Love the straw effect.
Yeah, it's great, right? So that actually brings it in. So if you don't have a straw, you can actually use this little tiny opening. You want to try that for me?
Let's do it.
So remember, you're going to continuous sound. Here we go. Right. Now on your straw sound, can you make it more?
Sure.
Okay. Good. On your E and O, can you relax your lips a little bit?
Will do.
So when we go from that straw effect, then we have to really relax that. Okay. Right. Where do you find that your passaggio starts? Where do you feel a shift?
No, probably E flat to
E flat, yes. I can actually hear it right there. Has it shifted? Was it higher
I was a
before?
very high tenor younger when I could barely sing in low A.
Okay.
Low C was not even reachable.
Right.
So it was higher, and now I've noticed it's lowered as I've gotten a little more thicker.
Right. So yeah, this should really help to
That's
navigate that a little bit more.
Wonderful.
So as you go through that, okay, ready? Wonderful. Right. So you were vocalizing earlier, and I heard that really big, fat sound that you have, which is amazing. And now I can hear it sort of leaning out right in the Passaggio, which is awesome. So you have that natural big tenor sound, right? Is that something that's been a little bit challenging to manage?
Yeah, that has been because you get fooled.
Exactly.
You listen to yourself and you get fooled.
Exactly.
And you think you sound great, but you're really just bigger and thicker, and it's popping back into here.
Exactly.
And you can't really, it's, you know that physiologically and scientifically, you don't actually hear what's out here because it's already gone. It's already a second away. So if you're listening too much to that, you start manipulating out here, through here, thinking this is being, but it doesn't happen. So that's the trap I get into as my voice gets bigger and I grow, and it gets easier to make larger sounds.
Exactly. I'm kind of
I get
smiling
fooled.
because our cameraman and audio guy is Ryan DeRosa. He's an amazing tenor himself, and I've been teaching him. We talk about that a lot, right?
Yeah.
About
trap.
not listening to yourself. It's really hard because we want to hear it. But the best thing for you to do is just to release it out there. Okay, ready? Right. Now, one of the things that I talk to my students about a lot, when you're doing that vowel change, it's important to not let the jaw get too busy. Your jaw's nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
But it's really important not to let the jaw do the changing.
Right.
You'll see that a lot in an untrained singer. But if you can really let the jaw, then you can really feel the tilt.
And it
you
locks
can
in.
feel the air. Good. Now's a good time to add one of my favorite exercises, the Siamo. Siamo is an exercise that I got from the late Leona Matthews. So we're going to go Siamo, and then we're going to add a 9-tone scale on the bottom like this. We're going to go Siamo.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Siamo. Siamo.
That'll wake you up, right?
Siamo.
Right. Good.
Siamo.
Right. So this is a great time to talk about modification. On the O vowel, I really like to feel as I'm going up a little feeling of that underneath. As we go up, if we can have that then it will really start to tilt a little bit.
For
there.
sure. And where are we on the scale?
We're at your favorite note, said no one ever, F.
So I usually start that exact right around F sharp, G,
Right.
because I can feel the need for it.
Right.
So I'll put it, you hit it right on the spot. That's right where I
right.
start doing it. Because
Yeah.
then it pops open here and it pops down
Exactly.
here like this.
Right. So the in case you guys don't know, the really allows the larynx to stabilize even more.
Yeah.
We talked about that a little bit in the previous episode. That feeling allows the larynx to stabilize and tilt a little bit so it doesn't feel like it pops up. So if we go, oh, then we're stuck. But if we add a little bit of that, oh, then it feels like nothing really
sure.
has to change,
sure.
right?
Siamo.
Nice.
Siamo.
Great.
Fun. Siamo.
that's where the bigness of your voice really comes in. So the more you can really feel that real even air pressure as if you're singing it through a straw. More.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I think it's something else important to mention.
Yeah.
You said about size for whoever's, in terms of what you're hearing. I may be giving about 50-60%. I'm not
Exactly.
really working
Exactly.
hard to get this particular sound. It's
Yeah.
actually fun.
Yeah.
Versus if I was over a large orchestra and having to continue the set you give it. But this, so just to not be deceived by sound
Yeah.
in terms of working too hard. I know you probably talk about that too. Finesse over power, right? We don't want to power through it.
Exactly.
We want to do what you're saying, tilt that
I'm
larynx
constantly talking about that, right, Ryan?
But don't be deceived by sound because
Exactly.
it's a matter of
It's all resonance
resonance and placement and breath versus
and airflow.
100%.
Gorgeous. Excellent. Want to go up? You really get that bite up there on that high B. That was great. Right. Exactly. That was beautiful.
Grazie.
Prego. So one of the things that we've talked a lot about in my studio is really incorporating that feeling of the tilt and really letting the head voice do more of the work on the upper register.
Sure.
Because, you know, one of the things that's deceiving about a tenor voice like David's is that it sounds like it's a lot of chest, but it's actually mostly head voice, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and I think it's your background is the same as mine. It's teaching and singing from a more Italianate classical or UC Berling-ish. And the head voice is actually, if you can understand this conceptually, it's actually pulling the chest voice up, and that's why it sounds versus the chest voice being forced in.
Exactly.
And that's the beauty of a head voice pull.
Exactly.
It balances things out where you don't have to work so hard again.
Exactly.
Up there, you can engage the head voice.
Right. So since this is about the Passaggio, this episode, let's talk a little bit about that O vowel again.
Got it.
Because really, if you guys can really imagine that when you're singing the O on that 9-tone scale to the G, I want you to do this again.
Okay.
And imagine that you're singing right in this cup.
Yep.
Right. I had a teacher in at New England Conservatory. He talked about the C, about singing everything into that space so that really nothing has to change except maybe the jaw has to release a little bit. And that way, that changeover from the thick part of the chord to the thinner part of the chord really starts to happen. So as you do this, mo,
That's it.
I want you to do that again, just the mo.
More.
Great. Now, if you guys hear some clicking, that's this heater. So we were just talking, and that little cut right there, David was talking about the challenges of singing more coloratura. And I've never been able to move my voice really fast. But years ago, I sort of happened upon something that really helped me, and we talked about this in episode 2, is actually feeling this feeling as you go through the scale. Because the minute we start to think up, it's hard to move the voice fast, especially a voice your size. So if you can do this, sing the scale and move your hand out like this as you go through the scale. Here we go. Ready?
Oh.
Did it move faster?
Sure. We used to
All right.
always do the same thing also as my long teacher used to have us like this.
Yeah.
Into the body and out
Right,
to the space.
because
Almost the same concept.
Right,
You're
because
going
that
up,
actually activates the
you go
apollo.
down.
Yes.
You go up, you go down. When you go down, you go up, right?
Exactly. But if you think out like that, then that little tilty thing
Got
gets to
it.
happen. Ready? Go ahead.
Oh.
That was great.
Oh.
Now you're spinning up there fast.
Here's one for you. Oh.
Nice.
Then you know if it's really working.
Yeah, if you can hold
in
it.
the spot.
I always say if you can hold a note, it's right.
In the
If you
cup.
can hold it healthily, then it's right. If you can't hold it, then it's got too much weight.
I knew I could feel like this, like I've never seen the sky before.
All right, so you know a lot of the current musical theater today is very little vibrato
Like a speak
until
sing,
you get
right?
to the top. So if you can find a little bit more of that really spoken feeling at the beginning,
Got it.
try that.
Challenge also is with me, in particular for some people out there who might have the same challenge, to know that being a high tenor, getting the lower notes is almost a challenge.
Yeah.
Right? So I tend to sometimes put weight on them because I think
Yeah.
I need to give more.
Well, if you literally just speak it, never knew I could feel like this,
Let's try
right? Okay.
Never knew I could feel like this.
Much better.
Like I've never seen the sky before.
Much better.
Want to vanish inside your kiss. Every day I love you more and more. But I love you until the end of time.
Right, that was way better for this particular style. So then when we
It's a
get over
challenge.
there, it is a challenge because you and I are both trained from that classical thing
Right.
where everything has to have vibrato. But then to the next part, when you come in on the, and there's no mountain too high, see if you can take some of the vibrato out just a
back.
little
You
bit,
got it.
okay?
And there's no mountain too high, no river too wide.
Excellent.
Sing out the song and I'll be there by your side. Storm clouds may gather, stars may collide.
How'd that feel?
Wonderful.
It's actually easier to sing like that sometimes because
Sometimes
it's
it is.
less weighted and it's not as much work and it is more current.
And if the
to the
music calls
style.
for it, then you need to have a technique that's solid enough to adapt to the
Exactly.
music. You can't be an opera singer trying to scream out
Exactly.
this stuff. That's not
Exactly.
appropriate, and this is beautiful music, and it demands what you're asking
Yes. So then to this next part,
for. Okay.
see if you can give a little bit less
Sure.
vibrato.
Come what may, I will love you until my dying day. Come what may, come what may.
That was great.
I will love you until my dying day.
So David, that was awesome. You sounded great.
Thanks, man.
You sounded
Thanks.
really,
a lot
really
of fun.
great.
Got my voice nice and open and
Nice.
nice and stabilized. I didn't really have any issues going into the song. That was really great.
Yeah, great. Well, we've worked together before, so I knew your
Yeah.
voice, and I kind of know. Like, I like to hear someone in a lesson. The first time is really getting to know someone's voice, and then I've heard recordings of you, so I kind of knew,
Right.
where your voice was. And we David and I talk a lot. We're always texting each other and talking stuff. So tell us a little bit about Superior Vocal Health and how you started the product, how you and Jan started the product.
Great question. So first and foremost, Superior Vocal Health came out of a real need, a serious need. I was singing a lot, tremendous amounts. Actually, I wrote a small book about it with various formulas. The book is available, but in it's a short story of the fact that I was going crazy singing, constantly moving, running, subways, hotels, airplanes, and I ended up getting extraordinarily sick and almost died, and went in the hospital, and I'm staring at the ceiling and I'm thinking, what's going on? I'm 35 or so. I'm in the peak of starting to sing really well, getting jobs like crazy. And I couldn't even move. I was devastated. Lost like 22 pounds. And so, long story short, I ended up changing my entire lifestyle in terms of diet. Kind of went raw food for a year, juicing, this stuff. Still do all of that. But after about a year of doing that, I realized all of a sudden I started singing again, and my voice like almost doubled in size and strength and power. And I got this connection of energy into the voice is coming from the body. So I did a lot of research, and not only on diet, but also on herbs that are specifically for the voice, because the only thing I found out there to help me was a spray. And most of them were just a water glycerin-based thing with some crap, and they were also in like plastic bottles, which So through my research of becoming a nutritional consultant, and then I brought my partner Jan Allen Schwartz in. He's a brilliant guy with nutrition also.
He is.
Yeah, we found the formulas that really worked for all the issues singers go through. You see, because it's not just a dry throat, it's not just mucus, it's not just sinuses, it's not just anxiety, it's not just a tired, overused voice. It's all of those. So the research was done for a good year or more, putting formulas together, then sending them out to colleagues, people like you on Broadway, metal singers, country singers, getting feedback. And finally we got enough feedback that said, this one is just killer working for me. You got to produce this one. That's where the product line came to really become a product line. So there's a product for every issue that you're dealing with. And that's how I came to it, through personal experience.
Yeah. You know, my favorite is the Throat Saver. You know, I
That's the
sing,
first one. That's the original.
You know, I sing in bands. You know, we're always in different venues where there's lots of, you know, stuff in the air. You know, a lot of these venues that we're in, they're very moldy.
Heat, air conditioning, people's own perfumes, colognes.
Yeah, that can really do a number on you. So the minute I walk in, I spray my throat with this, and it really alleviates some of the stuff. What I also love about Throat Saver is that if you're dry, that you told me about this years ago. I'm like, wow, that's amazing, because it actually activates your salivary glands.
It does, because it's got a particular little herb in there called, I don't know if it's really an herb as much as it's just it's called xylitol. It's used by dentists, natural dentists, to get salivation going. So it's totally safe. It's also a sweetener, but it really, and also a Throat Saver was built for dry throat, but to break up the mucus in the back of your throat. And that's what the peppermint oil does. And then it's also for anti-infection. It's got echinacea, golden seal. It's an incredibly powerful built formula.
And then this one has also helped me a bit, stage fright, because I shared an episode a while back that I've had notorious stage fright. You know, before I go on stage, I have that little zzz, and this really helps a lot. And then I also have really bad sinuses, so the Sinus Cleanse has helped me a lot.
And that one was actually created by my partner, Jan Schwartz. He had incredibly bad sinus issues, and he was just determined to research. And that is an amazing form. It's got like Himalayan sea salt, horseradish, onion, unbelievable herbs that just open up your sinuses. You literally feel them just clear out. And we're finding people using that now who used antibiotics for years, and now they're like, I'm all set. So we're really happy with that. And the bottom line is the product line was created to help singers. End of story. That's what it was for. Yes, we'd love you guys, buy all the products, but the bottom line is we know what a singer deals with, and that you need support. End of story. I was always told in the conservatory, you should never have to use anything for your throat. But I got to tell you something. If you're singing right, never use it.
That's crazy.
When you're out there 5 nights a week and you're doing this and you're traveling, you need some support. These are not magic bullets. They're not to make you a better singer. They're vocal health maintenance. And if you look at the last one, if you can grab that one, Jeff, the Vocal Rescue, this is one of my favorite go-tos along with the Throat Saver, because this one is for an overused and tired voice when you're just beat up and you still got to sing. You're a professional. So it's a gargle, and it actually has anti-inflammatory herbs like ginger, turmeric, arnica oil, and they just immediately, you can feel them starting to work. And I do this before a show, in between intermission, and then when I go to sleep at night, because then the herbs just sit there all night, and I wake up, and it's an amazing formula. So
Right.
that's why we created them.
Yeah, and I understand, now we can't mention any names, but I understand a lot of very famous singers are starting to find out about the products.
It's a great
and you guys are starting to ship that out to some very well-known singers. So they're great products. I hope you guys will check it out. If you go into www.superiorvocalhealth.com and you order the products, if you order some that it's not in a package, they get a discount by adding Stanfill in the checkout code.
10% discount.
Exactly.
You got it.
And David, it's been such a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Amazing.
Thank you for having me. It was great.
You're
Fabulous
welcome.
teacher. One of the real teachers out there, guys. I'm telling you right now.
Thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel. We just broke 5,000 subscribers and we're so excited about that. So the channel's growing. So share this information with your fellow singers and your vocal coaches, and we're so happy to get this information out there. So until next time, keep singing and let your voice soar.